This video is for Tuesday, May 5th for trigonometry. So today we're going to be continuing our review of trig functions, and today we're going to find missing sides of a triangle or missing angles of a triangle using trig functions. Okay, so just to remind you, the trig functions I'm talking about go with SOHCAHTOA. So those are the three we're going to be using today. Sine, opposite over hypotenuse, cosine, adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent, opposite over adjacent. Alright, so we're going to have, first up, we're going to find missing sides. So I'm going to draw you this triangle, and then we're going to find the missing side. So this is example 1, part A. And the triangle looks like this. Okay, so we have angle 30 in this bottom corner. And if you notice, this would be the opposite side, and there's not a number here. So we have adjacent and hypotenuse. So which trig function goes with adjacent and hypotenuse? Hopefully you're thinking cosine. So we're going to have cosine 30 equals x over 8. And so to solve this, we're going to do 8 times cosine 30 to get x by itself. So I'm going to write that down here. 8 times cosine 30. Now, to type this in on your phone calculator, so get out your phone calculator, be sure it's turned sideways. We're going to do 30 cosine times 8. So 30 cosine times 8. And we're going to round it to the nearest tenth, and we'll get 6.9. Okay, so the answer to this one is 6.9. Ta-da, we did it. Alright, so part B, we're going to find the missing side again. So that's all what example 1 is about. Okay, so example 1, part B, I'm going to remove this so I can draw you the triangle. So it looks like this. And we have 60 and x and 14. Alright, so here's the triangle. So 60 is the angle they gave us. This would be the opposite side, and we don't have anything there. So again, we have adjacent and hypotenuse. So we're going to use cosine again. So we would have cosine 60 equals x over 14. So just like last problem, to solve this, we're going to multiply. So we're going to do 14 times cosine 60. And that equals x. Okay, so on your phone calculator, 60 cosine times 14, and that's going to equal 7. 7. Alright, so x equals 7. And that's it. We did the second one. Alright, so we have one more problem like this, and then we'll focus on finding missing angles. Okay, so I'm going to remove this so I can draw the next triangle. So this is example 1, part C, and the triangle looks something like this. So we have 10, x, and 45. Okay, so this is the hypotenuse. I know this is kind of upside down from the other right triangles we've had, but this side here is the hypotenuse, and that side is opposite. So opposite and hypotenuse goes with sine. So we're going to have sine 45 equals 10 over x. Now this one is a little different because x is on the bottom this time. but that's okay because we're still going to multiply. So we're going to multiply over, and now it says x sine 45 equals 10. So to get x by itself, we're going to have to divide by sine of 45 on both sides here. And so I'm going to cram this in here. So what we're doing to get x is we're doing 10 divided by sine 45. So on your phone calculator, what we're going to do is we're going to put 10 divided by, 45 sine, and then equals. Okay, so I'm going to say that again. 10 divided by 45 sine, and then you press equals, and you should get 14.1. Okay, so x equals 14.1. Like that. Okay, so we have found missing sides of a right triangle using trig functions. And now I'm going to teach you how to find missing angles. So missing angles are slightly different because instead of using sine, cosine, tangent, we have to use the inverse of those functions. So sine inverse, cosine inverse, or tangent inverse. That's the ones with the little -1 as the exponent. It's not really an exponent, it's an inverse function, but that's what the symbol looks like on your calculator. So if you press second on your phone calculator, do you now notice how down here it says sine inverse, cosine inverse, tangent inverse? So we're going to have to use those. Okay? Alright, so this is example 2, finding missing angles of a right triangle. So here's our triangle. We have 18, no, that's a 16, and this is an 8. Alright, so we're using this picture for part B. Sorry, my iPad messed it up. Let me draw the right picture. Technology's great and all until it doesn't work properly or the formatting is off, and then you just get angry. Am I right? Okay, so new triangle, new day, new problem. We're trying to find the measure of angle N. Okay, so let me get this turned around here. Alright, so can you see where angle N is on this triangle? Now, based on angle N, we have opposite and hypotenuse. So opposite and hypotenuse, we're going to use sine. So we have sine of angle N, we'll just put an N there, equals 6/10. Okay, so you might be asking yourself, well, how am I supposed to figure this out? Well, first I want you to press second on your phone calculator so that you have all these sine inverse, cosine inverse, and tangent inverse. Okay? Now, after you do that, we're going to put 6 divided by 10 equals, and then we're going to have sine inverse. Okay, so I'm going to say that again. 6 divided by 10, then you press equals. And if you've already pressed second to get the sine inverse option available, you just press sine inverse. So 6 divided by 10 equals, and then you want sine inverse. And we're going to round to the nearest tenth. So this is what I got, 36.9. Okay, so angle N equals 36.9 degrees. Okay, so that's it. Alright, so sorry for the mishap there with the pictures, but next problem I'm going to be sure to draw you the right triangle. No pun intended. They're all right triangles. But anyway, we're going to do part B now. Alright, So the triangle I drew first on the last problem is the one we're using for this one. 16, 8. And we're trying to find angle B. Okay, so we're trying to find angle B here. Alright, so here's angle B. This would be the opposite side. So I have adjacent and hypotenuse. So we're going to do cosine B equals 8 over 16. Okay, so just like last problem, we're going to do 8 divided by 16 equals, and then this time you want the one that says cosine inverse, so that looks like this. And I got 60. That's what you should get to, is 60. So angle B equals 60 degrees. And that's it. Okay? So, actually there's 2 more problems. I thought we were done. Reading is important. We've got 2 more to do. Alright, so we're still finding angles. So this is part C. Alright, so you think about it for a second here. How would you find angle X? Well, we don't have the opposite side, so we have adjacent and hypotenuse. So cosine X equals 15 over 17. Okay, so you can pause the video here if you want to see if you can get the right answer, or you can just keep watching and let's see what happens. So 15 divided by 17 equals, and then you want cosine inverse. So I got 28.1 degrees. Alright, very last one. We're almost there. So this is for part D. Looks like this. And we have X and 27 and 18. Alright, so opposite, this one would be hypotenuse. So we have opposite and adjacent. So that's tangent X equals 18 over 27. So 18 divided by 27 equals, and then you want tangent inverse. So that'd be the one that looks like this, tangent inverse. And what I got was X equals 33.7 degrees. 33.7. Alright, let me scroll to make sure that's all of it. Yep. Okay, so that's how you find missing sides and missing angles of a right triangle using trigonometry. I hope that was a good refresher for you. We did learn this before back in January. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to help you. I miss you all, and I hope that you're doing well. So take care. Bye.